The guy was screaming at my wife in the middle of our own driveway, veins popping on his neck, fake badge flashing like it meant something. You think you can just park here? This is a controlled community, lady. I'm placing you under citizen's arrest right now. My wife, 5'4", still holding the grocery bags, looked more confused than scared. She glanced back at me standing by the garage door, eyebrows raised like, is this clown serious? He stepped closer, jabbing a finger inches from her face. Hand over your license and registration, or I'm cuffing you myself. That's when his hand shot out, open palm, aiming straight for her cheek. Time slowed. I was already moving before my brain finished processing it. Muscle memory from a decade of places most people never hear about. No thinking, just motion. His slap never landed. Instead, my forearm met his wrist midair, clean block, controlled pressure. His momentum carried him forward. I used it. One smooth pivot, his own arm twisted behind his back in a textbook restraint. Not hard enough to break anything yet. He yelped, high-pitched, like a surprised puppy. Get your hands off me, he snarled, struggling. I'm law enforcement. You're assaulting an officer. I leaned in close enough for him to feel my breath on his ear. Voice low. Calm. The way we were trained when we wanted someone to really listen. Funny thing about that badge, I said, tightening just enough to make his shoulder scream without popping. It's got the wrong department name on it. And the hologram's crooked. Cheap AliExpress knockoff. His body went rigid. The confidence evaporated in about 1.8 seconds. My wife stepped forward, grocery bags still dangling from her fingers. She tilted her head, studying him like he was a weird bug. Honey, she said sweetly, should I call the real police now? Or do you want to handle this little trespassing situation first? He started breathing faster. Panicked little puffs. I hadn't even raised my voice yet. But something in my grip must have changed, because suddenly he wasn't fighting anymore. He was just frozen, waiting to see what happens next. His eyes darted left, then right, like he was calculating escape routes that didn't exist. Sweat already beading on his forehead, even though the evening air was cool. I kept the pressure steady on his shoulder joint. Not increasing, just reminding. You got two choices right now, I said, still quiet. Choice 1. You tell me who put you up to this little power trip routine. Choice 2. I walk you down to the actual gate guard shack, zip tie your wrists with your own cheap plastic cuffs, and we wait for Rahim Yar Khan's finest to sort out the impersonation charge. He swallowed so hard I heard it. My name's Faisal, he stammered. I'm HOA security. Volunteer. We got complaints about your wife's car. Blocking the sidewalk. People can't walk. My wife let out a short, disbelieving laugh. Blocking the sidewalk? She pointed at our driveway. That's our private property line. The sidewalk starts 3 meters that way. You want to measure it? I've got a tape in the kitchen drawer. Faisal's mouth opened, closed, opened again. Fish on dry land routine. I eased off the hold just enough, so he could turn his head and look at her. Big mistake on his part. My wife has this way of staring, soft smile, zero blink, that makes even hardened guys start confessing cafeteria sins from 3rd grade. Complaints, I repeated slowly. From who? He hesitated. I rotated his wrist 1 more degree. Not much. Just enough for the ligaments to sing a warning aria. From Mr. Chaudhry. Plot 47. He said you people are always parking wrong. Disrespecting the rules. He told the committee you needed to be taught a lesson. My wife's expression shifted from amused to something colder. Chaudhry, she said flatly. The one who parks his Corolla across 2 visitor spots every Friday night for his poker game? That Chaudhry. Faisal nodded too fast. Head bobbing like one of those dashboard toys. I finally released the arm, but kept my body squared so he couldn't bolt without going through me. He rubbed his wrist, eyes flicking between us like we were a pair of cobras that just learned to talk. Look, he said, voice cracking on the word. I didn't mean I wasn't gonna actually hit her. I swear. I got carried away. He said make it dramatic. Make them respect the authority. I thought, I thought it'd be quick. Dramatic, I echoed. He nodded again. Miserable little jerking motion. My wife stepped closer. Grocery bags still in hand. One of them had started leaking cold water from the ice pack around the chicken. You raised your hand to me, she said. Not loud. Not yelling. Just stating a fact. In front of my house. In front of my husband. You really thought that was going to end with me handing over my idea? Faisal looked at the ground. Shoulders curling inward. I glanced at our Ring camera. Red light blinking. Still recording. Good. Then I looked back at him. Here's what's happening next, Faisal, I said. You're going to pull out your phone. Right now. You're going to video call Mr. Chaudhry. You're going to tell him, on camera, that the stunt is over. That you're done playing pretend cop. And you're going to apologize. To my wife. Out loud. Full sentence. No mumbling. His face drained of what little color it had left. And if I don't, he whispered. I smiled. Small. No warmth in it. Then I stopped being polite. And we find out exactly how many bones in the human wrist actually have to break before someone starts cooperating. He stared at me for a long beat. Then his hand, shaking, reached into his pocket for his phone. Faisal's thumb hovered over the call button like it weighed a ton. His breathing came in short, panicked bursts. The phone screen lit up his face in cold blue light, sweat glistening on his upper lip. He tapped. The ringtone buzzed through the speaker on full volume. Once. Twice. 3 times. Then a gruff voice answered. Loud. Irritated. Background noise of clinking glasses and men laughing. Faisal? What happened? Did you finish the job? Faisal's eyes darted to me, then to my wife, then back to the phone like he was begging it to disappear. Uncle Chaudhry, his voice cracked on the first word. They caught me. Silence on the other end, then a low, mocking chuckle. Caught? You idiot, I told you to make it dramatic, scare them a little, not start a damn fight. What are you doing now? Crying on video call? My wife stepped right up beside Faisal, leaning in so her face filled half the frame. No smile this time, just calm, cold certainty. Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Chaudhry, she said, voice polite enough to slice through steel. Your security volunteer just tried to slap me in my own driveway. In front of my house. In front of my husband. Chaudhry's tone dropped. What nonsense is this? Faisal, you. I reached over, took the phone from Faisal's shaking hand, and turned the camera so it framed all 3 of us, me still squared up, Faisal looking like he'd aged a decade in minutes, my wife utterly composed. Mr. Chaudhry, I said, no titles, no fake politeness. Just flat. Your volunteer here was playing pretend cop. Fake badge, fake authority, and he raised his hand to my wife. Now listen carefully. I tilted the phone down so he could see Faisal's wrist, already turning purple where I'd held it. This happened because of your orders. Teach them a lesson, right? Well, the lesson's being taught now. The real one. Chaudhry tried to bluster. This is all lies. I never told him to. Faisal whimpered. Uncle, you said it on video too. Show them who makes the rules. The line went dead quiet. Then Chaudhry's voice came back, smaller, shakier. Look, it was a misunderstanding. I'll come tomorrow morning. I'll apologize. Just delete that video. My wife laughed once, short and sharp. You're apologizing to Faisal now? She asked. No. You'll apologize to me. On camera. Full sentence. You'll admit you sent this boy here. You'll admit you told him to make it dramatic. Everything. Clear. I added, and the HOA committee will hear about it too. Because this is impersonation. Sections 419, 420. Whatever applies when someone plays fake cop in Rahim Yar Khan. There's still space in the lockup. Chaudhry started coughing. A fake, nervous cough. Come on, brother, don't make this a big issue. We're all neighbors. I'll come tomorrow at 9. I'll bring cash, whatever you... No cash. I cut him off. Accountability. Tomorrow, 9 a.m. at the main gate. You, and the whole committee. Bring the recording of this call. We'll review it together. Faisal looked like he might collapse. My wife leaned in one last time. Oh, and Mr. Chaudhry, she said sweetly, that Corolla of yours that parks across 2 visitor spots every Friday night? Starting tomorrow, not 1 inch out of place. Or I'll call the tow truck myself and post the video in the society group. Understood. No reply. Just breathing. Then the call ended. I handed the phone back to Faisal. He took it like it was on fire. Go, I told him. Straight home. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., main gate. If Chaudhry doesn't show, this video goes to the police station. Clear? He nodded so fast his head looked ready to fall off. Then he turned, stumbled once, and half walked, half ran toward the main road. He didn't look back. My wife watched him disappear, then turned to me, lifting the dripping grocery bag. Honey, she said, the chicken's thawed. Should I put it in the pressure cooker now? I laughed properly for the first time since this mess started. Yeah, I said. Throw it in. And add extra chili. Tonight's mood is a little spicy. We walked back inside together. The door clicked shut behind us. The Ring camera kept blinking red. Tomorrow, at 9 a.m. was going to be very interesting. Very interesting indeed.